Alrighty. Give me a second while I get set up. Alrighty. So, I'm going to open up the chat on my computer so I can actually talk to you all. And let me make sure it works. Yeah, it works. And wow, there are already people watching. That's cool. Alright, I'm going to post this on my Twitter and then we can get started. Sweet. Okay, that worked. Alright, hi. My name's Stacy. My pronouns are they, them. And this is a live stream. This is my first actual live stream that I'm... Oh, wait. I should probably actually tab to the chat so I can see what's going on. This is my first live stream that I'm actually doing. Oh, wow. If it doesn't fall off. As suggested by the thumbnail, you ask me questions. I answer the questions. I play pretty music for you all, and it's just a nice little cozy time. So yeah, I have my classical guitar, I have my bass guitar. My bass guitar is like really new strings on it, so it might be a little bit out of tune. Also, I've been notified that the audio for this transmission is like probably a little bit wiggly, if you can use that word, but it'll be pretty cool. So I guess while people are filtering, oh hi Maple, everyone go say hi to Maple. Maple is one of my comment moderators. I love Maple very much. Go say hi to Maple. Okay. I also have this like little cajon because my bed is really small, y'all, and I actually want you to be able to see what I'm playing on my guitar or my bass. So I have this little thing I can scoot back on, and then you can see like everything. Can everybody hear that? Okay. Can you like send a little chat to say if you can like hear what I'm playing? Cool. Alrighty. So oh, I maybe should have had something prepared to play. Do y'all like Green Day? Day today. I'm just really glad that I can start my day off with this like cool little live stream. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I have like a show later today. It's a benefit for Bash Back Fest, which is a festival I'm organizing with two of my friends, and it is a festival that centers trans musicians and artists, and it's going to be on the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Riots in Albuquerque. It's going to be pretty cool, but I'm playing a little fundraiser for that, and I have some songs that I prepared on bass, because that is my main instrument. Let's get this up. I'm being gatekept by the gender services. Can we get an F? Aw, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I literally despise gatekeeping in all of its forms. I think it is pointless. And everyone's just like, oh, well, if we don't gatekeep, then everyone's going to get access to hormones. As if that's a bad thing. Jeez. Yes, I will be playing some of my own compositions, but I'm like really nervous, so I'm probably going to start off with the cover. It's it's not of a Victor Wooten song, but it's an arrangement that he did of Amazing Grace. And I've really liked that arrangement for a really long time, and I figured it'd be cool to play for the stream. And I guess I'm also playing it tonight at the show because I always cover to warm up with because I get really nervous. Let's get this down to standard. And like me, like being who I am, I changed the levels on my amp after I did the test live stream. So y'all are gonna have to tell me if you can hear the bass too. All right. that's a little loud. Does that sound? Can you all hear that? Glucose Guardian. I love that. Okay. So. I'll actually get on my little performance tool for this. This is, oh, cool, perfect sounding. Thank you very much. This is my rendition of Victor Wooten's rendition of Amazing Grace, and I hope you all like it. This is not perfect. I tried. Oh, jeez. Okay. How's y'all's days going? Mine just started. Would you and Demonic Sweaters ever make a collab? I'm not 100% sure what Demonic Sweaters is. I like the name. I would be open to a collab if whoever that is or whoever that is it cool thing that I'm just not sure. Thank you. I did try. I really liked that piece for a really long time. And it was like when I was learning how to play bass, I saw that video on YouTube and I was like, maybe someday. But I don't know how to do like the classical thumb thing that he does. So I just do my tapping thing, which is like very Stacy of me. What questions do you want folks to ask? You can literally ask me anything, like, as long as it's respectful. Like, you can ask me about my life, about things that I like. You can ask me questions like if you're like a baby trans or a cis person, you can ask me questions about what it's like to be trans or processes that you may have to go through. You can even ask me for advice if you can keep the situation like kind of concise so that I can read it off the chat. But yeah, you can literally ask me whatever the hell you want. You can like even ask me like philosophical questions. It's very, very much an open sort of thing. This is kind of just an opportunity for us to like hang out together and like interact, I guess, because a lot of you, like probably about half of you all, I think, came from the 101 Things to Expect from Vaginoplasty video, and I just kind of want to get to know you all, because for a while most of my subscribers were like my Twitter followers and stuff, so I guess I sort of knew them, but you know. Buffering issues. Oh, let me check my. Okay, it might be your connection. It might be mine. It looks fine on my computer. How are you so damn cool? I don't know. I'm kind of just s.t.a.c, and I just do things, and people think they're cool, and that's just how it goes. What is the secret to the universe? We already know the answer is 42, but the secret I've yet to like unlock. I think I need to get to like operating thetan level 2. Where are you from? I'm from, I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and I moved to Albuquerque when I was like 1.5 years old, I guess. And I've lived in Albuquerque my whole life. I fucking love Albuquerque. It is like my favorite place. I think it's so cool, and I just want everyone to live here because it's really nice. I mean, there's a lot of crime, and the education's not very good, but everything else is really sick. Like the climate, and green chili, and the balloon fiesta. Love that shit. I'm at 8 months on HRT now, getting excited to hit 1 year. Did you do anything special to celebrate 1 year? Well, I think, oh wow, that must have been March 2016. I actually did do something special to celebrate my 1 year. I got this little tattoo. Let me see if I can show y'all. My pants are kind of falling down, so it might not work. But it's on my ribs. It's of the estrogen molecule. I like it a lot. Eddie Risley at Ascensions did it. And it was this nice little like reminder that I had come pretty far. And it was just, I don't know, it was a pretty cool thing to be able to commemorate, and it's just nice and symbolic, like I like it. Any tips for finding a chill hairstylist as a non-binary person who isn't just going to put you back in your assigned gender box? Honestly, this is really hit or miss. If you live in Albuquerque, go to Alexa Grenier, that's 2 X's, Grenier with an Enya. Fucking love Alexa. And Alexa's been cutting my hair for like a couple years. But honestly, recommendations are really the way to go because, you know, everyone lives in so many different areas, especially like even different countries. But I would suggest not going to a man because that's just me. That's just what I prefer, not to go to a man. And I feel like if your hairstylist is not a man, they'll be more receptive to doing stuff like that. Shout out to my wife, Olive, and wish her luck with her GRS tomorrow. That'd be amazing. Yes, Olive, if you're out there, good luck on your surgery. Everything's going to be great. It's going to really hurt, but it's all going to be worth it afterwards. You have a great and loving, supporting spouse to help you through it. And just, I love you. I don't even know you, but I love you, and I know that you can do this. Ah, jeez. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry about the volume. when I actually film and edit my videos, I crank up the volume like hella, and I put a compressor on it so that you all can actually hear it. But the volume's just low naturally, and I can't really put any other effects on it, I guess. Dilation starts immediately after surgery. It does not start immediately after surgery. Immediately after the surgery, you have like the packing that's put in, which is like the 1 to 2 rolls of gauze that they just stick up there, and it keeps the shape and soaks up all the yucky stuff. Once the packing is removed, that's when dilation starts. Because for the first 6 months, you want to have it basically like constantly open so that it doesn't like close up, which is a possibility in the first 6 months. I've heard of people with like vaginal collapse, but it's exceedingly rare as far as I know. And yeah, that's just how it goes. I don't mean to scare you all, but it's a possibility. It's exceedingly rare. Serious question. I've only recently started feeling super hopeless when dysphoria hits, and I'm wondering if you got anything that you do/did that helps, because alcohol ain't the best way. That's for freaking sure. When I was 17, in like my last year of not being out, I channeled all my fucking dysphoria into music. I played live in a metal band and a hardcore band, and the second thing that I did was I rode my bike like hell. Like I rode my sweet little ass off. I one time did like a 44-mile ride all up and down Rio Rancho, and it was just like extreme things that I sort of had to do to cope. But exercise is a very, very good way to get through that. And I mean, like, yeah, it can be kind of dysphoric if you're trans feminine and you don't want to like develop muscles. I mean, cardio is always sort of like a catch-all that'll like get your heart rate up and give you something different to worry about. So those are my recommendations: music and exercise. Let's see. Why a 6-string bass? This is a great question. I actually do have a 4-string bass. That's what I started off on. It's over there, but I don't want to bring it into frame because I'm like, my bed is like my boat right now, and I'm exploring the world with all my possessions on here. But I play 6-string bass because I think it's a really fantastic. Here, let me get into my other tuning. I love playing 6-string bass because it gives you so many more possibilities. And I'm like, even when I was just on a 4-string, I liked doing solo artist type stuff where I would just, make little compositions that were just on bass and nothing else. And what a 6-string gives you is it gives you an extra low string and it gets you an extra high string. So it expands that like whole sonic realm, and it's all tuned in 4s in standard. So it's basically just a bass with an extra two extensions on either side, 1 extension on either side. And it's just really fantastic. I really like my 6-string bass. It is a kind of beast to get your hands around if you're not used to the neck size, but I think it's really cool. I love my 6-string bass, even though it's active. I hate active pickups, but one of these days I'll switch out the pups and it'll be all good. Let's see if I'm in tune. Good enough for me. If you ever face public harassment, if you have any advice on dealing with it, I've been HRT for 11 months and it's getting much better now, but every once in a while I'll get it. To be honest, this is one of the things I love about living in Albuquerque, by the way, is that I've never faced any sort of public harassment ever. And I feel very lucky for that. The only harassment I ever get is trolls on my comment section. And honestly, like when it comes to anything like even I've experienced like very mild harassment, I guess. But having your friends by your side is like one of the best things you can do to make sure that you have that sort of community for yourself. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to let all that shit out. And it's great to be able to have someone that you can do that with. Because, I don't know where I'd be without my freaking friends, dude. I love my friends so much. advice for developing a more feminine voice? Okay, this is the thing. People with masculine voices and people with feminine voices, if you think about singing, like, both of those people can probably sing the exact same pitch, but it's going to sound different, and here's why. It's because masculine voices resonate right here in the chest, and feminine voices resonate in the face more. And like changing your resonance from here to here is like, it's pretty difficult, but that's what you have to do. And I went through voice therapy through UNM, Speech and Hearing Sciences. By the way, Cindy, if you're watching this, I fucking love you. And it's just like, it didn't cost a lot because I was a student and it was going through the university, but they offered voice feminization therapy at UNM. You could probably find it at your local university, maybe. But that was like, I did a year of that, and we started off by using like nasal consonants, like M's and N's, like or I guess, because that really resonates really in your nose and your face and your lips, and just starting off and like chanting at a certain frequency. But I think there are apps that can help you, but otherwise I would seek advice from a like actual speech therapist. My ethnic background. My dad is Iranian, my mom's Costa Rican. Is it weird that I'm just playing the background music to all my videos? Let me actually get up on here so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you recognize this tune. Oh, wrong pickup. Hunting down an actual usable set of strings because Kalian just started ghosting everyone. Do the Polaroid cameras on the shelf work? Yes. I'm pretty sure all of them work. I've only actually used the center one, but you know, they're old school Polaroids, so they take old school film, which is no longer in production. So if I ever feel like splurging on like the Impossible Project film, then I will use that center one, because I don't know, I think the other two are actually black and white, but you know. Would No White Flag ever go on tour? I sure freaking hope so. I love my band so much. I'm like, it's so much, I love playing music with like people who aren't just like every cis straight white dude who's in like hardcore music. So yeah, I really like playing in my band. I really believe in us, and I actually feel like we could maybe go somewhere, and I actually believe in our music. So I would really like to tour with No White Flag. Why is the high string on a 6-string tuned to C instead of B? I'm a guitarist and 4-string bassist, but whenever I play 6-string, I expect the high string to be tuned to B, and it weirds me out. The reason that guitars are tuned like E, D, A, G, B, E is because it makes it really easy to play chords. And having that extra weird little major third in there is like really beneficial. But for 6-string bass, you don't usually play chords, so it's tuned, everything's tuned in fourths. I super like your makeup and would like to start doing some myself, but I'm super conscious about not knowing how to even start. Got any pointers so that I don't get lost? First thing you want to do is figure out your skin type. Usually people will just tell you this, like, unsolicited. But I have combination skin, which means that my T-zone, which is nose and forehead, my T-zone is oily, the rest of my face is dry. So I don't put any makeup on my T-zone because I like how it looks naturally, and I just match like my makeup on the dry part of my face to my T-zone, basically. And basically, I don't know, I really suggest finding, like, I don't know if you have like a celebrity you really look up to. I really look up and try to emulate. Elf and NYX are two very great drugstore brands that are cheap, and it's easy because you can, if you buy something that you don't really like, then it's not that much out of your pocket. Also, if you want to start doing makeup, I would highly suggest starting with like foundation or concealer. And the next thing you probably want to do after that is eyebrows, because eyebrows are very important. Any advice for someone who might need to seek asylum soon in the U.S. and be disowned? Oh, wow. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. That's awful. Jeez. I assume you're coming from either Mexico or Canada. I know next to nothing about seeking asylum, but if I was in that position, I would probably try to figure out where you might be staying in the U.S., probably try to make a couple of friends, and really heavily research the legal process, because that can be really difficult, especially in the government that we're in right now. Thank you for 101 facts about vaginoplasty. It really helped ease my nerves about what to expect in 6 months. First of all, congratulations for having your surgery date up on the horizon. That's really cool. I'm very happy for you. I remember my excitement when I was getting close to that date. And thank you for your nice comment, because that video was a huge pain in the ass to make, and after it's done, I was like, is anyone really going to watch this? And I'm really glad that people found it very useful. Oh, you're in the U.S. Okay, so if you're in the U.S. and you need to seek asylum because you're being disowned, see if your state has something similar to like, Joy Junction, like we have in Albuquerque, which is for I think homeless or disowned teens. Finding an organization like that is a great place to start. That's not in key. Let's see. Oh, there aren't any specifically black and white Polaroid cameras. Good to know. I guess I'll play Paradise, which is the thing I recorded for the NPR Tiny Desk contest. It's about, well, the actual title kind of says it all, but I just call it Paradise because it's a really long fucking title. It's about sitting in the grass in the summer with a really cute person eating fruit with them. Hang on. Don't want to be out of tune for this one. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. I like that song a lot. Ooh. Seeing as Tumblr is kind of dying, do you know of any alternatives where you can find and interact with other LGBT groups? I followed a lot of LGBT/lesbian blogs. I use Twitter all the freaking time. I think it's a great way. I mean, like, they call it trans Twitter for a reason. It's because all the trans people are on Twitter. But yeah, honestly, if you follow my account and look in the section, I think my following section, the people I'm following, there are a lot of really great trans and queer people in that whole thing. And honestly, yeah, once you start following sort of like a group of people, it becomes like a really nice community. I sort of like, as a trans person, grew up in my transition in trans Twitter, and it really helped. It was really cool. Leftist discords also make for great queer spaces, so I hear. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, yes. I just did a little shameless self-promotion on Twitter for that, actually. And that's actually why the concert tonight is tonight, because it's Trans Day of Visibility. Sorry if I'm, like, eating food on camera, like, grosses you out. I don't really care. I'm hungry, and I have a packed day, and I want to eat my pad thai. Hi, Emma. Mukbang hours on. I might actually do one of those. People always ask me, sorry, talking with full mouth. Give me 1 second. How did you feminize your voice? I went over this earlier in the live stream. It's okay if you weren't there. I wouldn't sit through an entire one of these either. I feminized my voice. I went through UNM, Speech and Hearing Sciences. They offered voice feminization. I had voice therapy for about a full year, and it focused on moving my area of resonance from my chest to my face, which is the main difference between masculine and feminine voices. Emily Spencer, thank you for watching. That's so cool. I love you. We should hang out. Do you sing? Asks Emma. I try. I don't sing very well. I've been sort of teaching myself to sing for a year and a half. And it's going okay. I'm better than how I started, but I'm not very confident in that area of my life, which is weird because I'm an extremely confident person. But with singing, and it doesn't help that I'm on Twitter all the time and I see people getting roasted for being bad singers every day. So I'm not very confident in my singing, but I hope that by the end of this year, maybe, I'll be able to upload me doing covers of songs, because I really want to do that, but I'm not confident in my abilities. Oh, I will definitely be checking my Insta messages after this is over, and we can hang out. Do you have a post-rock side project? I don't. I'm actually, whenever the word post is added on to any genre of music, I instantly have no idea what's happening. Because hardcore and post-hardcore are so different, dude. I don't have any side projects except, just me, Stacy Fatemi, which would be, I guess, a side project from No I Fly, which is my main band. Oh, thank you for the comment. Thank you for the compliment, Momo. Any advice on how to start with eyebrow stuff? Any specific makeup artists you like? I really like It's Rosa, and that's A-H, It's Rosa. I don't really ever watch makeup stuff, but when I do, it's It's Rosa, because I think that Rosa is really cute. Advice as to starting on eyebrow stuff. First thing I would suggest is get your eyebrows threaded by somewhere very reputable. I would suggest threading over waxing because it's more precise. And all I really do to my eyebrows is get them threaded and I comb them. They're naturally very dark. They're very thick. As far as eyebrow makeup, I'm not really the person to ask, but I think one of my friends a couple years ago really liked using e.l.f. products, E-L-F. They're very cheap, and they also look pretty good for their price, and yeah, she always had pretty nice eyebrows. So, how much does threading hurt? It really depends. When you're starting off, especially if it's your first time ever getting threaded, it's going to hurt more. First of all, because you're not used to it, and also because the hairs are going to be longer. When you do it regularly, it hurts less because the hairs are shorter. That's right, it's very relative. Some people, it hurts a lot, and some people it doesn't really. It also depends on who you go to, because if you get a threader who does it really fast, it hurts a lot less. Threading hurts in a good way. Beauty is pain, your highness. Life is pain, your highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I think that's Princess Bride. What's your skincare routine? Y'all are really gonna hate me for this. All I do is put on a fucking facial moisturizer and that's it. And I drink a lot of water, which I understand is completely useless information to anyone who doesn't have my skin. 16 MTF, my name's Ren. I'm struggling to get access to blockers and I'm worried about testosterone poisoning. I recommend self-medicating. In my situation, I've done research. I can never in good conscience advise self-medication, but drink a lot of soy products. You should not take medical advice from me. I'm not a doctor. And I'm sorry because I've been in that position. I have been 16, been getting fucking testosterone poisoning because I didn't have access to hormones when I was younger. And it really sucks. It really sucks. And it's kind of, it's easy to feel like it's kind of hopeless. But honestly, it's not going to be too bad. I mean, you're 16. It seems like it's too late, but it really never is. And, you know, once you turn 18, like, that's a pretty freaking great age to start hormones, all things considered. So, my heart goes out to you. I'm sorry. r/trans DIY. I've never been to that subreddit. Eyebrow threading BDSM. Oh gosh. That's actually kind of a great way to describe it. I'm sorry if y'all are not like Green Day fans, but I grew up on American Idiot, so. Will this stream get archived so I can watch it later? Yes, it will be archived if I don't delete it off my phone like I did last time accidentally. Eyebrow threading? Okay. So if you think about like a thread, like a little string that you'd use for sewing, it's basically, they take a little string from like a spool of thread, and they twist it around itself so that when, you know, they go like this, it creates these little like loopy things. And so that when they tighten them, the loops close, and then they can use that as sort of like a string-based tweezer to get the hairs out of your eyebrows. Oh, you're a Green Day fan. Flossing for eyebrows, thank you for that explanation, Maple. I literally fucking adore you. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing because this is a fantastic question. How do you manage your creative space, like in terms of making time and motivation for your work? What kinds of boundaries and support systems with yourself/others do you keep that help you create? Fantastic question. I struggled a lot with like creative block when I was, I don't know, like in my first couple years of college, a couple years ago. And the thing that really got me out of it, first of all, is to try to kill my perfectionism, which perfectionism is great. It really helps you do a lot of things. Especially, it's great when you're finishing a song. But my perfectionism stopped me from like actually doing anything because I just want it to be perfect immediately, and that's completely unrealistic. There's actually, it might actually be on my bookshelf. There's this book that I got at page 1. Yeah, right here. The Frustrated Songwriter's Handbook. I fucking love this book. I highly endorse it. What it talks about is this method for writing songs, and I think they call it the immersive music method. Really highly recommend this. Basically what you do, this like really helped me. What you do is you set aside 12 hours in a day and you write 20 songs. It sounds ridiculous, but you have to do it. And you have like 36 minutes or something to finish each song. So you have to like write and record instantly, and just like whatever goes, you know. And you can do whatever instruments you want as long as you get 12 songs out in or 20 songs out in 12 hours, then you've succeeded. And they can be awful. They can suck. They can be humorous by how much they suck. But the point is that you're writing, and you're not focused on making it perfect because you have no time to make it perfect. And after I started doing that every now and then, it really helped with my creative process. I figured out that I work very well under like deadlines. Like that's the whole reason why we have 101 things to expect from vaginoplasty. That whole video is a deadline. And like I am playing a show tonight, and I just finished writing 2 songs for it yesterday. So setting those sorts of goals for myself, and like whatever happens, happens. And if you make a mistake, then just roll with it, lean into it. Setting deadlines is like amazingly helpful. I also have a couple of friends who every now and then I'll just send clips to, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's really cool." And like sometimes if I just want to like, I guess ask for feedback, I'll just send it to one of my friends. And honestly, it's really different writing solo stuff than writing in a band, because in a band it's all just very much like a collaborative creating process. At least it is in No White Flag. But yeah, writing stuff on your own, it can kind of be daunting, I guess. But as like you can send just like a 15-second clip of a riff to your friend and be like, "What do you think about this?" And they'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. Maybe you could try changing it on the fourth or whatever." But yeah, even people who aren't musical, you can send that stuff to, and it'll help you just to get an outsider's perspective. Yes, I am a songwriter. I mainly write on... Oh, you can't hear that. I mainly write on my bass. And I also, I'm part of the writing process for No White Flag's songs, which were, I guess, like an experimental hardcore band. I have not yet written anything for guitar and voice because, once again, I'm not confident in that. Do you like to read a lot? I used to. Then I became an English major. And, like, it kind of sucks to say that now I can't really read for pleasure. I mean, I can, but it's difficult. Oh, actually, yeah, this is also on my bookshelf. Laura Jane Grace's memoir, fantastic. Highly recommend it. I really enjoyed reading that. And I'm not even that big of an Against Me fan, but I really related to the subject matter. Do you play piano? I started on piano, actually. That was my first instrument after record. I started playing piano when I was 6. I stopped playing piano when I was like 14 because I wanted to play bass in my fucking death metal band. And I started playing piano again when I was 20. I really like playing Mussorgsky. Fucking love Mussorgsky. Recorder. I don't think I'm in tune. Pictures at an exhibition. I'm working on it. No, I actually am working on it though. I really like playing the Promenade. And the last Great Day to Kiev. Actually, I've always been kind of like intimidated by the fact that you have to move all 4 of your limbs at once. What kind of music do you listen to mostly? Oh, hang on, sorry. I want to try to do these in order so I don't miss any of them. Do you ever try to learn songs by ear? I played viola for 7 years and that was my favorite thing. Love learning songs by ear. I actually, my ultimateguitar.com username I think is the same as my Twitter, maybe with one less S. And I really like putting tabs up and chords for people to be able to see. I don't know, I'm pretty good at learning by ear. ear, and I guess that's partially because I'm experienced, but also because I was taught to. And really, if you can sing it, you can play it. That is like the number one rule of transcribing something by ear. If you can sing what you're hearing, then you can put it onto an instrument. What kind of music do you listen to mostly? I listen to, okay, recently I've been listening to a lot of, I guess like, late 2000s pop rock. Like, I'm really into Boys Like Girls right now, and I'm also listening to old Paramore a lot. As far as indie goes, I really like Archibald. They're from here. It's Archabald. Archibald. Fucking love them. For a band of like I like to pride myself in listening to really diverse music. Archibald is a band full of like 5 straight white guys, and I think they're incredible. They're like honestly the music of my adolescence. Really like Archibald. Really like Rainbow. And that's spelled weird. They're from Santa Fe, and I actually met their vocalist at Lush once. It's REIGHNBEAU, something weird like that. That's more like electronic. I also really like listening to From Indian Lakes, which is part of what I just played. As far as metal goes, I really like Knocked Loose. Can't really go wrong with like a drop G tuning. And I really dig like newer I Wrestled a Bear Once, stuff like that. I really like really abrasive music. I really like listening to like noise grind. That is literally my study music. Like Last Days of Humanity and Inapexia. There's something about just like really like almost white noisy music that's just like super brutal that really helps me concentrate. Hey dude, are you a boy or a girl? Aw, story of my life. Who's your favorite musician? It is really hard to narrow that down to just one person. I love Haley Williams so much. Victor Wooten's great, although I never go out of my way to actually listen to his stuff because I just don't listen to that kind of music, but I aspire to it as a bass player. Yeah, that's a really difficult question. K-pop? I don't listen to K-pop. Have you heard of Daughter Stacy? Landfill is beautiful. Never heard of Daughters. Oh wait. Oh. Have you heard of Daughter Stacy? I've not heard of Daughter. I've heard of Daughters, which is sort of like a noise rock band that I really like. Not heard of Daughter. I Wrestled a Bear Once. Yes, that is a band. It's all one word. They are very avant-garde. Oh, you listen to both of them? That's sick. Hosier? I'm not a Hosier gay. Very much not in like my wheelhouse. I wouldn't consider myself an athlete. I ride my bike all the freaking time. I love riding my bike. It's like oxygen to me. But I don't do it like competitively or anything. I just really fucking like riding my bike. Welcome to the chat, Dario Koski. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't expect to hear I Wrestled a Bear Once in 2019. Well, I'm late to a lot of the scene music trends. I started listening to Sleep with Sirens and Pierce the Veil like 2 years ago, and I really them. Thank you for coming to the chat, Acceleration. Thank you, Layla. I tried. Does anyone listen to Chan? I really like Chan. I learned how to play Can't Wait. At least the opening riff to it. Sort of. Sort of. USSR Space Disco. That sounds so interesting. Bar chords. My number one tip for bar chords, by the way, Hello Kitty Band-Aids. They don't have to be Hello Kitty specifically, but I wear Hello Kitty Band-Aids. I have really long spindly fingers, as you can probably see, and I just put a Band-Aid over this center knuckle, and it helps so much with bar chords because it gives you that extra thickness of your finger that you need to like press them down. Damn it. Alright, I'm getting a foot cramp. Do you like Latin music? I have not listened to that much Latin music. I had no idea if I'd like it. There's Becky Stan. Thank you, Hugh. Also, Hugh, if you're in Albuquerque for the summer, we should catch up. Elder brother? Anyone? How old am I? I'm 22. Just turned 22. Any way to get in touch about collaborating? Yes. Message me on Twitter. DM me. Or email Stacy Fatemi at gmail.com. Age twins. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Jeez, it's like... I can't believe it's been an hour already. That's ridiculous. It feels more like 20 minutes, because I'm just having the time of my fucking life out here. Bass setup. Ryan Martini style direct to amp or any pedals and stuff worth mentioning. I am so glad you asked. I have my pedal board right here. Hopefully it'll let me show y'all. Oh, this is really heavy. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can lift this up so I can show y'all. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna knock things over? That's as much as I can show you without knocking something over. I have a gigantic pedal board. And it's because I play in No White Flag. And, you know, in No White Flag, we don't have a guitarist, we don't have a second bassist, so I have to fill up the space a lot. So I have my looper, I have a freeze pedal, I have a delay, reverb, bass whammy, electroharmonics pitchfork, and I have my tuner, SFX sound micro thumpinator to take out all the low frequencies, and my standard MXR full roar metal, which is like the run-of-the-mill shitty distortion that I use specifically to get feedback. Oh, sorry. Have you ever been to Richmond, California? I was in the Bay Area for my surgery, and I'm pretty sure I passed through Richmond, California, but I never actually, like, stopped there, I think. Your pedal board is shy. Aw, it very much is. Richmond, Virginia. I've never been to the... Oh, well, I went to the East Coast. I went to Florida and New York when I was, like, a little kid, so I don't really remember. Those are the only 2 states on the East Coast I've been to. the show tonight start at 6:30 or is that the door time? That is the door time. It starts at 7:30. And I think I'm like in the middle of the bill, but stay for everyone. Only foreign countries I've been to are Costa Rica, France, and Italy. Foreign relative to me. I've not been to Canada or the UK. Can you play some Mountain Goats? To be completely honest, I've never actually listened to the Mountain Goats. I've heard they're like legendary, folk punkers. Never heard them. I've heard their name so many times, never gone out of my way to listen to them. But if they're good, then maybe recommend me an album. Any tips for palm muting? Muting and bar chords are always tough for me because I have small hands. Ren Parker, are you playing acoustic guitar or electric guitar? Let me know. Have you ever been to Missouri? I feel like at this point I should list the states I've been to. I've been to New Mexico because that's where I live. I've been to Ohio because that's where I was born. I've been to New York, California, Oregon, Colorado, Florida. I drove through Texas. I've been to like the airport in Atlanta. That's it. Is it Northern Ireland? I think it'd be cool to visit the UK someday. I have a lot of friends in the UK. Their album Tallahassee, I'll remember that. Thank you. Okay, it's an acoustic electric guitar. If you're palm muting on an acoustic, actually, I have my electric hanging on the wall. I know it's not an acoustic, but I'm gonna grab it. And I'll show you all some proper palm muting technique. So basically, oh shit, if I can just not knock everything over. Here's your run-of-the-mill Epiphone Firebird. So when you're palm muting, you want to use just like your pinky finger, like this side of the pinky finger and the palm. It's really like kind of just this sort of area. And you want to palm mute real close to the bridge. The closer to the bridge you palm mute, the less it's going to like deaden your notes. So really it's just like a matter of trying to hold this part of your hand steady on this part of the bridge, and without moving that at all, just making an independent picking motion with these two fingers, essentially. I don't know if that helps. I hope it does. Gent. Oh, love Gent. I really like Animals as Leaders. I really like After the Burial. Thoughts on dabbing? If we're talking about the dance, I feel like it's maybe gone out of style a little bit. I think it's funny still. If you're talking about doing weed dabs, I'm not the person to ask. I've been high once and it was awful. When you're gonna get a 10-string guitar? Time will tell. Oh gosh. Alright, oh wow, okay. It's 2:04. I'm gonna wrap up the stream. If anyone has any last minute questions, you can go ahead and like ask them now, and I'll try my best to get to them before the end of the stream. But I have to prepare for. I'm doing a shoot for the Queer Trans Yoga thing at like 4:30, and then I have my show to do, and I still have to practice some of those new songs. Are you edge? I'm not straight edge. I do drink on occasion. I don't drink a lot. Like, I'm a lightweight. I'll have like 2 shots max, and then I'll be like set for the night. I'm not edge, but I think it's fun to get drunk every now and then, but that's like the only thing I do. I don't smoke anything. I don't do any sort of other drugs. Literally tapping. Can you draw or program? Interesting question. I'm trying to learn how to draw better. I don't really draw. I took a computer programming course in my freshman year of college, and I'm pretty sure I've forgotten everything. I used to be able to program HTML because I was a total Neopets kid. but I'm not good at it anymore. Best kind of floofer, cat or doggo or something else. This is the thing. I never grew up around pets or anything of the sort, so I don't. I guess like have that same connection to them that most other American people do. Um, so yeah, I mean like dogs can be cute, cats can be cute, but like I don't go out of my way to like look for like cute cat videos or anything. They're just like they exist and they're not human, which is weird. Make more music videos. I really want to. Um, I kind of just need to get off my ass and try to get better at singing. I weigh like 55 kilos, so I can't drink shit. I weigh about 60 kilos, I think. Right there with you. Single or taken? To be determined. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Wrap it up. All right. Thank you all for coming to my live stream. This is really cool. I'm so glad that like this worked out. I'm like, thank you all for watching. It's been really fun interacting with y'all and answering y'all's questions and playing a little bit of music. Playing Meshuggah. Well, I don't really have the setup for that. I have a 6-string electric and that's it. But maybe some Meshuggah bass covers. So yeah, thank you all so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I love y'all so fucking much, especially if y'all like stayed for like a really great period of time throughout this live stream. Sorry about the audio. If there's a way I could fix it, I could, but thank you so much for bearing with me and for like listening to me babble on about pretty much anything and everything. Yeah, I will probably make a new video at some point. I'm sorry I can't give you anything better than that because I just have like classes are finishing up and I have a lot to do. And I have a lot of presentations, Trans 101 things that I'm doing this month, April, not March. So yeah, there's going to be some cool stuff on the horizon if y'all are patient. I'm sorry, Stacy Stewart, for like ending it right as you showed up, but oh wow, sick. Thank you, Hugh, for staying. And I hope to do another one of these live streams pretty soon. So maybe in like like 2 or 3, 4 months, something like that. It could be a regular thing. I really enjoyed doing this, and I had a lot of fun. So with that, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! And now I have to figure out how to stop the freaking live stream, which I've not learned for my test one. I think I just have to hit the little X in the corner.